Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom, week 37, day 2. So today, it looks like we might not be able to get the patch. Oh no! Which does make sense, because if we actually look when the next campaign is, it does say 2 weeks from now. So you know what that means, next week's Tuesday is the patch. If this said it was 1 week from now, then it would probably be today. Or if it said 6 days, something. Or technically it would be 5 days, something. 5 days, 6 hours, 53 minutes. But because it's 12, that means they're doing it next week's Tuesday. That's very unfortunate. There's still a small chance they do it today, but if they haven't done it by this exact point right now, it is probably pretty unlikely. Small chance, but yeah, it looks like it's next week's Tuesday, which is really unfortunate because I'm leaving. Our last stream will actually be on a Monday of next week. I'll still probably cover a brief video on like Tuesday night until Wednesday morning. But I'm going to be gone by, like, Wednesday afternoon. So I'm not going to be able to cover much, and I'm not going to be able to record any videos while gone. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to summarize everything pretty quickly. Because that'll be our last video for, like, a week until we get back on the other side the other week. So, a little unfortunate, as that does seem to be the case, that we're basically leaving the exact day 7.0 pretty much hits. Which is not ideal, but it does look like the way it's going to be. But anyways, we'll still go over it as much as we can before we go, though. Anyways, so, today, we are going to be continuing with the Tower of Doom. I assume my guild has scouted further. I sure hope so. Oh yeah, they pretty much scouted most of it at this point. That's good. Not all of it, but enough. We don't have that many sigils left because we were doing the other thing, so, because we were actually scouting, so, we'll be able to get there. Oddly enough, even with how barely we've scouted this week, we're almost already done with the event, which is kind of insane. Though, of course, you still want to get to floor 25, which we don't have scouted yet, but we also don't even have the sigils to get there at the moment. Aside from that, we have a faction event for City of Thieves. Do be mindful if you keep this at a low level that it will permanently increase the level, so don't do that. If you do deliberately keep it low. Otherwise, this place is really good for farming, so we definitely want to go make sure we go get our loot. Probably just run standard Rowan quick kill. Same one we normally run if we do it in the underworld there. And aside from that, we'll be messing with the new legend. Of course, a new legend came in the drop table in event keys, only in event keys this week. And then it'll be in drop table in like 4 to 6 weeks from now. Basically go get it now. It's in event keys. It should be pretty common. We got absurdly unlucky on it, but you should be able to get it within a few hundred keys or less. Get yourself a copy or two. And he's a pretty good double converter. And we didn't really get a good chance to mess around with him much yet, so we'll do that after we finish out the faction. So that's pretty much the game plan. Anyways, it is Tower of Doom week, so you know what we must start with. Let's go with Tower of Doom. And then we'll go from there. Anyways, before we do, hello everyone! Hello Roman! Hello Imperial! Hello Lester! Hello Genki! Hello, Jason. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Roman. Hello, KV. Hello, Jonian. Hello, everyone else. Welcome. Okay, so, what room are we doing? We're currently on 16. We got a haste and a 3. I'm not gonna bother with the haste. Nah, we'll be fine. We'll have enough. You know what? It's the only haste in sight. We'll take it. Why not? So 4 is a haste. We'll go for it. It's the only haste we're gonna have to take this entire time, so... might as well. Who knows? Maybe we'll get our Valraven from it. It moves us one step closer to Valraven, so even if we get nothing here, we are still getting value. No, I was about to take that. That was a 5 times if we took the purple into the Cascade Green. Ooh, unfortunate. Great starting board that then became not great starting board. Luckily, they can't really do too much to this on the starting few turns, but that does drastically reduce our starting mana capabilities. But we'll go for that, get that rolling, get our stars going, and that should be match. That's everything we need to get things rolling. We'll go for the insta-kill on you. Actually, I should maybe have kept that there because of the Hunter's Mark thingy. We already have so much skull damage, it's barely going to matter. Though, don't you keep getting hit by skulls. We need that extra damage that we have. Alright, we don't have a Cascade for that, so I'm just going to go for the mana again. Everything else rolling. Devour out you, and take out the skull. And there we go. Alright, and that was for our haste scroll, of course. Now we should be at the one below, I believe it was. 16, no, 3. Good thing we checked. It's the one right over here. And we still have all of our fireballs and heroisms. And by heroisms, I mean 0 heroisms, but we have 1 fireball. Hopefully we find at least 1. That does make the final stretch quite a bit easier. Because 1 whole less higher fight we have to take against one of the Dooms. Which is always nice. You don't always find one in time for that area, though. But hopefully we will. So hello, Defiant! Hello, Kurtley! Hello, Lucien. Welcome. Let's see. Yeah, you're allowed to use any color weapon. You're not restricted specifically to yellow weapon. I happen to be on this team, but our other team doesn't. We're using, like, Black Manacle with, like, Chalcedony, and replacing out some of the other ones with, what would you call it? With, Ironhawk. But yeah, we were doing a Black Manacle. which of course is brown, purple. Yeah, this one is running yellow weapon, but you're not forced to have to use yellow weapon. Oddly enough, this team is both pure yellow and pure blue, which is kind of funny. Obviously, it only has to be pure yellow. But even the weapon can be anything you want, but we happen to do both and still make it pure. Because it doesn't, we could use any color weapon. Use anything we want there. We just happen to be using wand. Because we kind of needed it for the bless, and we can also offset curse if Bane of Mercy doesn't do the curse, which is the other reason, because we do need curse occasionally for that. And I just figured to have a second curse option just in case. So we're using it more so for the bless and mana. And because I need something to use purple so that we have like the Bane of Mercy synergy. Because I was trying to find something that uses purple pretty effectively. It's like, oh, let's just put wand there. And yeah, it worked out really well. You know what? I should have went for Devour first there. Whoops. Because that would have been enough damage to hit through. Also just realized I should have actually still devoured first slot there because now we have to deal with his score reduction. So it appears to have not mattered at all. And it should be enough to kill, and it is. Boom, dead. Now that's what the team is supposed to do. Why can't it always be that smooth of a fight? There we go. Alright, another floor down. We should have enough sigils to at least go for this next floor as well. We got a lucky, a standard, and then we just take the thing. And yeah, let's go take it. So we need 4 and then 2. So we'll take 4. We'll take the guy right next to him. And if we get good Valraven luck, we might be able to take one more floor. Because I only need to find one more sigil. We don't have any haste along the way, though, but we should be able to find one more. Go for the Bane of Mercy, get our starting mana going, get our mana there. Get the blesses so he doesn't randomly freeze Death Mark us, as he does have that mechanic. We'll kill Keeper of Souls, he's probably the biggest threat there. Even though he could theoretically help us. We'll go for that. Wow, that's a miss. Gosh, I hate when he misses like that sometimes. He really likes to miss. No, the Death Mark kill. What happened to Bless? Well, I guess because we took a billion skulls, but still. Luckily, there's no penalty in this mode for losing troops. Even though it kind of looks like Underworld, your team gets reset every single battle. So you don't have to worry about any deaths, and you don't get any kind of point penalty for having a death either. So it just matters if we win. Doesn't actually matter if they all win. There are a few modes that are like that. This is not one of them. Alright, we'll go for the Bane of Mercy there. Get that rolling. Don't have too good of a cast for the board for the wand, but we need the mana, so we're going for it. Good enough, as long as it actually turns there. We do have Iron Gut. We do have the follow-up. I guess we kill that first just to make sure we don't have to deal with it in case we give it yellow. Because, of course, we don't want to give it a bunch of yellow and just let it run away. Oh, I just realized. No, well, we still get Skull. It's not extra turn. Oh, no, we don't get the Skull. I thought that was just canceling our extra turn Skull. Apparently canceled both. That's fine. Let's go with that and we're good to go. I looked at that slightly wrong. Alright, that was the only thing we needed, right? 17, boom, boom, boom. Yep, that's all the things. And we should have actually enough sigils already. Don't even need another Valraven. Actually, didn't we just get another Valraven? Never mind. Well, we get to utilize it some. Well, it looks like we'll get it done by this Friday. Even with scouting 5 floors, it looks like we'll still be able to do it pretty early on. Which is not too bad. A little bit later than we normally would. Because I think if we didn't scout at all, we would have been done by Thursday? So it's going to take us like an extra 2 days, but that's perfectly fine. And it helps distribute the cost across the guild as well. Ooh, that's a big double miss. Unfortunate. Well, we'll take over mana there. We don't need the other thing. You're going to have guaranteed full mana the following turn. I don't really need a Skull Poke. Wait, how is Bane of Mercy casted 0 times? Wait, what? When and how did that happen? Alright, let's see. What, did he get Spirit Foxed immediately and I just didn't cast turn 1? Apparently. That seems to be the case. Because I can't do anything there. We might have to let Iron Gut die almost at this rate, gosh. Should not be ideal. We'll take that over. We don't have alignment for the extra turn on him. Yeah, we're just going to have to risk it with this. That does give it the attack value it needs, so that's good. I can devour that if we want. We're actually going to try for that. Just to get our stats up a little bit more. And because the other one has stealthy, so we can't end up going for it. And there we go. Alright, a little bit of a sketchy fight, but we came through. He gets like infinite durability just by throwing down a single devourer, so once he gets that down, he's pretty much good to go. Alright, final floor that we'll probably be able to take here, unless we get a Valraven, in which case we actually take the next 2 floors. We can almost take all the way up to where we're scouted. Though it doesn't look like people want to scout that much this week, but that's fine. As long as we get there. Okay, 18-4. I'm actually surprised. It's probably like the least scouted we've been in a long while. But the pacing is still pretty good. Like, we're almost done with the event already. Which is kind of funny, because even if we didn't have people scouting, we'd still pretty much be done with the event at this point. Which means a lot more people are still doing their battles, but just to smaller degree. Alright, we'll take that one over. But that's how the mode's kind of supposed to be anyways. Like, everyone chips in to help, scout out slightly. And everyone just keeps communicating, where their rooms are. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's how they intended the mode to be. And not just have, like, 1 or 2 people from your guild scout the whole thing. More so a community effort of everyone chipping at it. Let's see. What do we take? We'll take the purple. Get the wand going. Oh, that's a really good board for wand. And that's match. Oh, no, you don't have curse. I was gonna say I'll just go devour it, but I forgot. We didn't recurse it, so I had immune. Whoops. So we just went for the skulls. Luckily, I didn't actually misclick it. I was about to though. 18 for. All right, that seems to be the only one. But yeah. Also, hello Draco. But yeah, it seems like the patch isn't coming today. But next Tuesday it is. Because if it hasn't happened by now, it's definitely not happening. That's really unfortunate. I picked like the worst week to leave at this point then. But at least we'll be able to get one video out before we go. Plus, knowing them, we probably can't even do most of the patch till next week. And this would actually be one of the few instances where that would be a good thing. Because that would be closer to when I get back. If you can't do some of the features until next week. This would be one of the few times ever where that would actually be very convenient for me. I can't do that. Well, oh, you know what? I should have been a Mercy first. But then again, he still would have skull poked us back. Alright, now we can Bane a Mercy. Get that down. Get our Bless thingy. Get our Devour. And as long as that extra turns, which it very much did, we should tear out everything. So we do that. Get our Poke. Complete Miss again. Get our Mana. Can I Bane a Mercy first? No, I cannot. That's actually surprising. With that much of its color on the board, we still cannot get alignment. Let's see. We'll Devour the only thing left that can be, and dead. Was there some issues where the things you collect for the delayed Legends Reborn event were dropping early? Yes. There was a lot of issues with that early Monday. They mentioned earlier that everything will like retroactively count, so if you bought any tiers or anything like that, it'll still count towards the event when it does come back around. As far as them dropping in drop table, they should not be in any drop table though. Like if you're finding them from like a random pet event or something. But I believe I did see something on the forum kind of mentioning something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure. There's a whole fiasco that happened really early this week. Like very, very early, like the first hour or two of reset. Alright, we'll take that over. And that should be matched. And he's Hunter's Mark, so that actually was enough damage. If he didn't have the Hunter's Mark, it wouldn't have been. But luckily, that hero class does have Hunter's Mark per extra turn. Which is surprisingly strong. Out of any tier 1 ability, it's definitely the strongest within the game. By quite a margin. And we're currently running it off of Corsair. And the reason we're running Corsair is because +3 blue. It's a hero class that's very rarely ran unless you're running like pure rogue. But there are some blue teams that end up utilizing it. And given that this team unintentionally is 4 times blue, as well as 4 times yellow, kind of works out pretty well for them. As it gives them another angle to get full mana if they don't want to go down that route. We'll go for that one first. We luckily got the Devour, even though we didn't have the buff yet. It's not like it's 0% chance, so you still always have that chance there. Alright, Bane of Mercy. Can we get away with it? We would have if he didn't take that. Very unfortunate. I'm going to actually go for Resistance here in case he does get the Mana Drain. Nope, he went for the Dead instead. And then we go for that, and that should be match, and dead. And it's still our turn. And there's still like 1 billion damage on the board. Alright, what do we have? The final battle. Even if we get a Valraven here, we'll be at the end of the line because there's no way we can scout with only 1 sigil. Come on, Valraven, go, 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 go. No, it doesn't matter. All I would have been able to do is make us do 1 more battle. Because the other sigil would have been blocked since we can't scout with only 1 singular sigil. It seems to be where a lot of other people in our guild seem to be right now. That or no one wants to scout. Okay, we'll take that one over. Oh, no, I actually don't mind scouting. It's just we don't generally have the sigils to do it too much. Like, we did 5 yesterday. What are you doing surviving with 1 HP? Let's see. But, like, I can't scout today unless I want to spend more gems. I prefer to spend a standard amount. Don't need to put an extra one. We'll easily get there. And there we go. And now we can just move on to the other room, but of course we have 0 sigils, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow. But we're almost there. Looks like 2 more days we'll be able to clear through it. We just need someone else from our guild to assist us in the scouting. Also, I've been giving some of the things to people who've scouted the most. I can't really tell anyone who's really scouted. I guess Igris did a little bit there. Lucy did earlier. I believe I gave them gems. I know I did for Holy Duck earlier when they ended up scouting some. Still have a couple of 0s there too. They'll get their battles in eventually. Anyways. Alright, we'll claim all this loot tomorrow once we can claim all of it simultaneously. And finish out Tower of Doom. Though even after we claim that, we still need to get to floor 25th completion. Oh, we got some good things on Adventure Board today. Nice. Alright, well, let's go clear an Adventure Board, hand out a redeem code, and then start working on the faction event. And after that, we'll go and mess with the new Legendary that came out tomorrow. Since it appears no patch today, unfortunately. Well, so do I need this pet? I do not. Just double checking. Someone in our pet activated, or someone in our guild activated the pet. Alright, so, next order of business. Let's go clear an Adventure Board. Looks pretty juicy there. Got an Imperial, 6 brown, and 4 brown. So 10 brown and an Imperial. It's almost like we got a Mythic one. The only difference is we're only getting 1 Imperial instead of 2. Because the reward is, what, 2 Imperials plus 10 of the color deed. So with this 4 and that 6, it's basically the same thing, just distributed into 2 different colors. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that on a daily before. Where it's basically the Mythic one, while you're doing a Legend plus Epic for the same color. We've seen it for different colors, but it has almost never happened for the same color before. That's kind of funny. Anyways, you know what? Yeah, we'll run Magnesia. Why not? Get something in there. You only get 1k gems you can't afford to scout, yeah. Well, at the current pace, it's perfectly fine. It's probably the slowest we've ever bothered scouting it, but whatever we're doing right now seems to be working, so. As long as everyone does like tier 3, tier 4, so it just chips at it. Seems to be the case of what's happening right now. Because no one really like mass bought tiers to scout forward. But you don't really need it to finish the event. It only allows you to finish it like a day or 2 early. Because we're already going to be done with it theoretically tomorrow. We'll still need to get to 25 ourselves, because I spent some scouting. But as far as, you know, actual distance, we'll be able to reach 25 by tomorrow, most likely. Not us ourselves, but the rest of the guild. And even then, the actual reward for the guild, like, you know, reaching tier 12 or whatever it is, that final tier, we're going to have possibly later today. Definitely by tomorrow. Because the requirement for get there is really low for Tower of Doom. I'm not sure why it's always been so low. But Tower of Doom has always been one of those events you could finish by like Tuesday or Wednesday. Whereas most of the other events were scaled to finish by like Thursday or so. If everyone did like average amount, like Thursday or Friday. But for whatever reason, Tower of Doom is like Tuesday, Wednesday. If you have a bunch of people super scouting, you could probably get it done by Monday. Let's see. We'll take that one over. It's one of the easiest to complete out if you scout out the rooms. Because it was never really balanced. It's kind of weird because it's a mode where you're encouraged to communicate with your guild. But it's almost balanced as if you didn't communicate at all with your guild. Which is one weird thing that's kind of strange about Tower of Doom. Is that, you know, they intended for you to communicate with your guild and, you know, figure out where the correct rooms are and everything. But the actual scoring for the mode is pretty much scaled based on if you just kept taking random rooms randomly without communicating. Which is probably the strangest thing about Tower of Doom overall, I would say. Is it encourages teamwork, but it's scaled for, like, if your guild did no teamwork at all. As far as how many points you need. Which I guess is helpful for guilds that aren't scouting anything. Though it is highly not advised, as you'll waste a lot of sigils if you're doing almost all of them until you find the unlock. Plus you might be passing valuable rooms if you do. Like fireballs, heroisms, other things. Even luckies that basically count as like 2 sigils for the thing. Or not 2 sigils, but whatever you call it, 2 doom kills. There's one thing I want to go check. Are we on leaderboard with how slowly we're going on the thing? Because normally we're in like top 25-ish, but we're going a lot slower this time, so I'm curious how far we actually are. You might still be in that 100 range. I don't think you can see yourself if you're not in top 100. But let's see. Because normally we're in that upper range. We're going a lot slower this week. Yeah, we're still somehow ranked 35. Wow, everyone's going slower then. How on earth are we ranked 35? Wow. It's like the slowest we've ever done Tower of Doom, and we're still at like the upper area. Yeah, a lot of people are working at it. It's not like these are at like near zero. They're still doing a decent chunk. Interesting. Anyways. Alright, so where were we? We did that. Let's go into the code. Here you guys go. Here's the redeem code. And as per usual, we still have like a billion Sharky codes. So here you guys go. Enjoy. Shark Week is sometime soon. Not sure when, but here you go. Shark Month code. Well, hello, Chad. Welcome. One moment. Oh, the computer being slow. Come on. I clicked it. I already have it on copy paste. Let's go already. Go. I hate when it does this. Like, it's already ready to go. If it had no lag, it would have been up, like, instantly, but there it goes. Alright. Let's see. Next. Let's go, clear out the other dailies real quick, and then we'll focus on the faction event, I guess. Come on, top 3. Oh, come on. Oh, poison trap. Luckily, oh, no! Oh, good. Oh, that's funny. I accidentally kept clicking, but, it was actually a beneficial room instead of a trap. Luckily, Green Day doesn't have anything too annoying. But it could have still been like the 20% stat reduction thing, which would have been really bad. But we got lucky there. We accidentally misclicked on a buff room instead of a trap room. It was 50-50 on if that was a trap or a benefit. And I didn't mean to click on it because obviously you don't want to take it if it's a trap and it's the benefit wouldn't be worth even clicking on it. But we got lucky there. Oh, Hero, I needed you. You're about to be my win condition. What are you doing dying on us? Not allowed to do that. Alright, I'll take that over, get a little bit of mana, get the other explosion, get that last little bit of mana, and Zolgoth him down. That's match. Right, take out these other two real quick. And then we'll go chip at the faction event, and go do the entirety of it for all rewards. Which, you know, it's not a lot, but it adds up. 2 orbs and a Volkey. Of course, compared to the Vault event this weekend, there's almost no loot, but, you know, we'll just have to go get a bunch this weekend as well. But a little bit on Tuesday keeps adding up. I was almost considering skipping them at one point, but they're still very worth going for. The Tuesday factions. But the main reason being that Vault events are just so good for loot. Like, so absurdly good. And we'll definitely need a power grind, as that'll be our last big grind before we go. On the trip. I was going to see if I can get anything pre-recorded, though the only problem is, I can't get anything pre-recorded 7.0 based. Because anything I get pre-recorded would all be 6.9. So I'm not sure if anything I cover will be, like, completely invalidated by the time it goes up. Is the only problem with, doing something like that. Like, we could cover something and then 7.0 is like, nope, that's not how it is anymore. So now we have to wait 2 weeks to upgrade Karkaroff? To what range? I don't remember when the next upgrade thingy was. Or, like, to what star it would have been. But no, next patch is... Oh, you mean waiting for the patch? Next patch is most likely next week at this point. If it wasn't today, it's almost guaranteed next week. Which would explain why there's a 2-week gap here instead of a 1-week gap. Because normally there'd be a 1 week before campaigns, between campaigns. But the fact that it's 2 almost guarantee means it's next week's Tuesday, it looks like. Which is very unfortunate, but yeah, it seems to be next week. Anyways, let's go and work on the faction event, as that's pretty much every other daily, right? Looks like it. Alright, so we'll go over and just mess with the faction team that we mentioned on the Monday video, which is pretty standard Rowan build. Nothing special here, just, you know, good old standard what works. There's quite a few fun things you can do within this color, though. We do have access to both blue and purple. Oh, that's funny. This is Geomancer class, and you might be wondering, why am I running Geomancer with this? Like, it's not horrible, but it's not the best thing you could be using. This was back when we still didn't level 100 our Geomancer. Remember when we were taking like a month to level it? Well, this was one of the events that occurred during that time, and it still has Geomancer there from from like a year ago, or whatever that was, whenever Geomancer came in. That's funny. Yeah, that was from like the couple-week period when we were slowly leveling our Geomancer hero class. It was the last time we had a City of Thieves trial event. Or not trial event, whatever you'd call it, faction event. Too many names for things. We're 7.0. 7.0 is probably next week's Tuesday, it looks like. It is not today. Which is kind of unfortunate, but it does seem to be the case. You took off work this Friday for the Vault event? Nice. Yeah, it's should be a pretty good Vault event. Last Vault event before 7.0 for sure at this point. So, great time to just stock up on loot. The only problem is since 7.0 didn't happen, we don't know what loot we're going to need. But, you know, if you just farm the Vault event, you'll be getting a ton of stuff. Just hoard it all and then be good to go after. It's not like you can really focus a specific loot when farming Vault event. They're kind of just wide farming everything. You can focus the merchants, but yeah, that's the only thing we won't really be able to target. I'm pretty sure the meta on what's worth buying off of merchant isn't really going to like drastically change as of next patch. Like the main thing are still like the deeds and stuff because it's so slow to get in the current state of the game. But you never know, who knows? Maybe next patch makes it like substantially easier to get and makes them less enticing. We don't know till it happens. I'm still really looking forward to it. I'm just kind of disappointed that I'll get to play it for like a few hours before I have to go. If nothing else, I will be grinding out, assuming I can, I will be grinding out whatever happens during the trip and any downtime I might have, as well as at the airport both ways. So, I found my airport game. Gems of War is actually a really good airport game. I generally am not like out and about too often to play Gems of War on mobile. But honestly, it's actually a pretty fun mobile game, which makes sense. It's made to be structured around a mobile game. But it's really nice because you just get in, get out. You don't have to worry about like real-time anything. Because everything in Gems of War is, you know, like turn-based and just gets frozen when you're not doing your turn. So you can take like a minute to do your turn and it won't interfere with anything. You can instantly stop whenever you're doing something. And as long as you have internet once you go back on, you know, it's will remember your session. But, yeah, it's a really good game for just getting quickly in and out. Which, of course, is what it's made around. I just always play it on PC, pretty much, like 99% of the time. So I always forget that, it's actually pretty good for mobile. It's kind of structured and built around such a premise. Even though I almost always play it on the PC version. Would it be funny if they postponed the Vault event? They're not going to postpone the Vault event. I highly doubt it. We'll find out actually tomorrow or Thursday. Because before a Vault event occurs, there's actually a thing in game that shows like a day or two beforehand. That's like, hey, the Vault event's about to occur. We can't currently see it right now, but I believe on either Wednesday or Thursday we can start to see it. So if it's not there by Thursday, then they might have canceled it. As long as it's there by Thursday or tomorrow, we should be fine. I can't remember if it's normally a day or 2 days beforehand. But if it's there by Thursday, we should be okay. If it shows like hey, a Vault event around the corner announcement in the news feed. I'm really looking forward to the trip. It kind of came out of nowhere, though, as far as timing and everything. Because it's been, gosh, almost like 2 or 3 years since I've seen my dad. Because the last time we were planning a trip, it kind of got canceled. And even when I was supposed to do it last month, it kind of got canceled because he was having some back issues. Which he's still kind of having, but it's not like as bad as it was before. Oh no, I normally take the really cheap planes. I have taken planes that have had like the TVs and other accommodations before. More so when going to the Chicago airport. Because otherwise, I almost always just fly Spirit Airlines. And they're like bare minimum cheap. They always get a lot of flack for being like horrible airline. But honestly, I've never really had any issue with them. Like they're the absolute bare minimum of bare minimum, but their tickets are so cheap. Like this trip, just flight-wise, not counting every other expense, but, you know, just counting the flight, it was under $100 round trip, which is pretty cheap these days. Like, after tax and everything, it was still under $100. You still need to find a new guild because your guild is garbage. Oh no. Well, Gems of War Forums, I'm pretty sure, a pretty good place. Still. Also, trying to find a guild from now and before the end this weekend is also a good time. Because next week is Guild War, unless they're delaying that as well. But next week should be Guild War. And generally, guilds are very active trying to recruit before Guild War. Because they need to fill all their spots before Monday hits. So this weekend and slightly before this weekend, or pretty much like right now until the end of this weekend, is one of the best times to try to find a new guild. Because almost every guild is recruiting. If they have any holes left. Because they need to fill all the holes before Monday hits. Otherwise, they won't be able to have those people for Guild War. So you picked a perfect time to try to find a new guild. Either check the Global Chat 1 or the forum or other similar locations. Oh yeah, you can also check the leaderboards and see what in top 25 is missing a person. And potentially try contacting those guilds. Because any guild that doesn't have 30 people by the end of this weekend won't be able to have a full guild for Guild War. They're normally in a rush to get someone if they don't already have someone queued up. Good old leprechaun room. Gosh, this room gives like 2,000 plus all the multiplier. I think this room alone, given how much multiplier we're at right now, it's going to be like 6,000 something gold. Like 6,800 or something. Well, wow, 7,900. And counting the other gold, it's actually 8,400. It's a lot of gold. A lot of gold. We didn't even take this other room first. We could have made that slightly higher. It's the highest gold room in the entirety of the Delve. It has a base 2,000, and all the multipliers apply to it, plus you still get gold for the actual battle itself. I just realized I'm not using armor right now, am I? Luckily at this current range it doesn't matter, but I do need to go change that because it actually will matter soon. So let me change that right now before I forget, because I will forget. Let's see, we need to switch this, and make all these armor. I switched them out for cleanse metals earlier. Alright, and we should be good to go. Because we don't need any mana start because we're getting 50% off from Mirage Queen. And that just makes our damage range a little bit better. Allows us to kill like a whole extra floor or two further, while still being able to one-shot and not needing the Black Manacle poke. Which is the whole reason why that weapon's even there, is just for the poke in case she doesn't have enough damage. We don't need this until a little bit later. At this earlier range, she'll have enough damage every time. And this is the difficulty we'd actually play it at if we did the dailies on City of Thieves. The difference is, instead of starting with a 2 times multiplier, we'd start with 0.5. Which is one of the main reasons you don't see me doing that. Is because it's just not really that worth it. Like a 0.5 instead of a 2 times is quite a drastic difference. Which is something I'm still very surprised they haven't addressed to this day. It's an issue that Underworld has always had, even before it was even released in the beta. It had that issue. And to this day, they've still never fixed it. The issue that, you know, as you're progressing, you get that higher multiplier, but then once you hit 500, you would literally have more value doing, like, the lowest tier of Delve than you would from doing the highest tier. Because it never had an incentive system for doing the higher one. Other than the one-time points that you get, but, you know, there's only one time. Which leaves it having pretty much no purpose constantly doing them. Full mana already, perfect. I love when they explode, just give it to you. Because we're starting with 4. Oh, I should have taken the other room first. Not sure why I clicked this one. The one to the left of it should have been done first for a better multiplier. But anyways, we start with 6 mana because 50% mana start. We get an additional 2, so that brings it to 8 out of 12. Because the 2 is coming from enchant. And then we just have to get 4 off the starting explode. And if we do, we will start with full mana Ruin. And if we don't, then we just click a mana accumulator. Like the leprechaun button. Yeah, it's going super quick. I forgot how quick Rowan quick kill is down here. And with how much stats we have, it almost never falls off as well. I think on the 80th fight it won't be able to one shot, and maybe the 70th. It depends how much upgrade we have for the kingdom. But we should be able to do it for this 50 floor. We should be able to do it for the 60 floor. 70 is the first floor, I think, where we might not have enough damage. Depends how many upgrades we have. But as stats keep going higher and higher, we will eventually reach the day where, like, every single faction will just be able to run a quick kill team to be able to one-shot. The entire way through. Because that's one weird thing with stat scaling over time, is all these modes were made for when stats were lower. Because, let's say Underworld, for example. The entirety of Underworld was made back when, in version 3.0. We're about to hit 7.0, apparently about a week from now. So all these were scaled, you know, way back then, when stats were that much lower and everything. So all those modes just keep getting increasingly easier over time. Because they were scaled for way lower stats than what currently exists. Obviously, they were scaled to be future-proof as well, to keep scaling with the game. But, you know, the actual difficulty does not increase. When you go, you know, when you're going towards 500, obviously their stats keep going up and up and up to really high stats. But the difficulty of, like, level 50, or, like, where we are right now, what, 60 or 70, 60? Like, a level 60 delve is always the same level 60 delve in difficulty. Like, it doesn't get any harder over time. As you keep going up in floors, it does, but this specific floor that we're doing right now is never going to get any harder than what we're doing right now. Other than maybe its layout being slightly different. So slowly over time, it'll become easier and easier. And for the Tuesday events, you only have to go to like 80, so makes it quicker and quicker to get them done. Oh, hello, Bill. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Imperial Foot NR. Say hi. Welcome as well. Let's see. When you get to level 500 Delve, you should be getting like 750 to 1 without a gold farming team. I know, you can still get a lot. It is still worth doing it for a daily. I just happen to not have been like the last like forever, 4 years. Mostly because the currencies that you get for it aren't really that good. Like, you get gold. Like a good chunk of gold. But aside from that, most of the other resources you don't really need. You get ingots, which, you know, they're pretty pointless this late in the game. You get those shards, but unless you're planning on, like, super buffing the factions to, like, absurdly high degrees, you don't really need more of them. You eventually have more than you ever need once you get every kingdom to 500, or faction, I mean, to 500 full completion. And then you just get a few other knick-knack resources, like a handful of souls and stuff like that. So most of the loot you don't really need from them later on, with gold being the only kind of enticing part of it. And City of Thieves definitely being one of the better locations for getting that gold as well. I'm really curious what the Deep Delve version of City of Thieves is going to be. Because so far, every Deep Delve version has been at least slightly better. Some of them have been drastically better, but all of them have been better than their original layout. And City of Thieves is one of those where, you know, they're going to have to make like 1 billion treasure rooms for it to be better. Because of all the 5 times multiplier and treasure rooms and everything else that is going on. Alright, this is the first floor where I question if we will actually be able to one-shot every fight. The earlier fights we definitely will be able to. Just not sure if we have it for the upper range, like taking out that floor right there. Let's see if we can take out the tier 5s. This guy has like 20 extra HP. So if we can kill this, we could probably kill the final fight in one shot. Oh yeah, we could probably one-shot it still. That's hello, Logic Slayer! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the tier 5 also got one-shotted, which makes sense, because the higher durability one also got one-shotted. So it makes sense that that one would too, because it has a lower durability. So this had that submerge mechanic, but we just kill it before it submerges. Which is actually one thing this team doesn't have a counter to. We don't have Dispel. Obviously, you could put Dispel on your first slot if you really wanted to. We happen not be running it. We're actually running Greenstorm right now. The whole reason for Greenstorm... Though we could technically do that with Warden and have both Greenstorm and Dispel. But then we don't have half mana to start. But Greenstorm is mostly to make sure when we Leprechaun, we just have a higher chance of getting Rowan green extra turn. And this spell would be beneficial because we can get rid of Submerge. There is actually a surprisingly high amount of Submerge in Underworld. Mostly because there's a Submerge tier 5 room that after you take it, it makes it so every single enemy after they cast gains Submerge. And that can be a very annoying mechanic for a team like this. Very rarely does it show up, but when it does show up, it can be pretty annoying. Oh, nice. We got the big gold drop. I love seeing this gigantic gold drop. We're going to see like an 8,000 drop here or something. Let's see, how much gold do we get? We got 7,700 plus that. So yeah, 8,000 if you count them both together. Very nice. That's for one single fight that dies in like seconds. Oh, I was hoping to have an extra turn or something. Gotta actually click the leprechaun button. Alright, can we one-shot floor 80? Let's hope so. Alright, final floor? Unless we get unlucky, but this place has such good multiplier, I highly doubt we're gonna get unlucky here. It's actually really important on this final room that you really make sure you focus on multiplier order, because you keep getting more and more points the further you go in. So the further ones have way better overall value compared to the earlier ones. Alright, that one we don't really need. Okay, well, we'll have to go for these. They have the higher multiplier. Unfortunately, we got a little bit gypped there. We got two 1.3s. They go as high as 1.5. Let's see, do we have enough to one-shot? No! They're out of one-shot range. Unfortunate. We need a few more armor. Come on, team. Magically find armor. If we get lucky enough Leprechaun, it'll be enough. I was gonna say, all that board and no green, there should be one somewhere. And I'll have to Black Manacle it. You get more overall damage from doing the AoE first. That's the one to see if Rowan could kill there. Got close, 7 range from it. And we didn't even get a tier 5 treasure room. Oh, we might actually not get enough points. Both of our treasure rooms are all 3 of our treasure rooms, I mean, are really low. Multiplier-wise. But hopefully it'll be enough. Otherwise, we gotta spend an extra 30 gems, which, you know, isn't much, but that's 30 more gems than we would have had to. Pretty sure we're still gonna be fine, though. This place's multiplier overall is pretty good. So we're already ahead of the curve. Also, this is the only treasure room that does not give a treasure room amount of gold, which is always very confusing. It gives 30 glory instead, boosted by all the other things. So, for example, we're gonna get like 105 glory there. But it has a standard amount of gold, which makes it very confusing because it's the only treasure room that doesn't look like a treasure room. Also, why does the icon there show souls? It's glory. Wow, well, that's so glitchy. Well, it'll fix that later. But it's supposed to give you that base value for glory, not souls. Which it did. We saw because we got the 105 there. Maybe it's buried? I'm not sure. Well, what's going on with that? That's weird. Because, yeah, that's the glory room, but it's showing souls there instead. Though we got the glory as the actual reward, so it's still giving you the correct reward. You know, I'm going to waste my turn just to take a green because it's quicker than casting a Leprechaun, and we definitely have enough damage. Alright, final fight. And we pretty much know we don't have enough damage to one-shot, so we'll go for the Black Manacle. So we get, like, really lucky on starting mana accumulation. Kind of. I'm going to be 1 mana short, which is kind of unfortunate. We'll do that. If we have alignment on this, that'd be funny. No, let's go for Leprechaun. Just to see if we can get an extra turn in there. We did not, but that's match. Alright, there we go. Was that enough multiplier? It was... It was! Okay, there we go. And there's our loot. 1 Volkey, 2 glory orbs, and a bunch of loot that doesn't matter in between. And no, we got double green. Okay, let's go open every Volkey we have. Let's see what we have over here. Volkeys. I currently have 1. Never mind. Well, let's open the 1 singular Volkey we have. Oh, I didn't bother changing my team, but yeah, Zolgoth is fine, I guess. Not the quickest team for running this, but it'll be perfectly fine. And I always tear everything apart. Alright, what do we get? No! Oh, actually, that's not bad. We got 24 gem keys. That's perfectly fine. Not one like the super ultra big ones, but still a really good drop. Speaking of gem keys, there's another 17. Thanks to whoever donated in our guild. Which, did I do that? Yeah, I don't remember. I always forget to do that on Mondays. And I never claim the seals. Oh yeah, we did like 3.2 million. Rest of our guild slacking, doing bare minimum 2 millions. Nah, it's fine. Threw the extra million in this week. Okay, so, yeah, we've done most of the things. I guess we'll go mess with the new legend now. Because I'm forgetting of something. There's no campaign, there's no patch today. Unfortunately, looks like it's next Tuesday. We finished the entirety of the faction events. Anything else? Yeah. Summer of Love, you can only spend the points, you can't earn anymore. Okay, so let's go mess with the new mythic. I mean, new legend. I keep calling it mythic. I have called it mythic like 10 times already now. But the new legendary, Summer's not here. So yeah, we were messing with a few teams earlier. Let's go and keep messing with some. So here's the one we currently have, Wand of Stars with Thrall Leprechaun. And let's go test a few other ones. Let's go mess with this one first. Let's do it on Explore 12. I think I was messing with them mostly in PvP earlier. Let's go throw one on an Explore real quick. I just realized it's on Explore 1, not 12. Oops. Also, I didn't even use the right team. The double fail. You know, I'll just retreat from this. I actually want to because that will make it so we don't waste the points there. Alright, let's try this again. Two things were wrong there. Let's see. Alright, now it's correct. But yeah, this guy's pretty good. His main gimmick is that he has a mini mana drain while having a double convert. And that mini mana drain, pretty useful. Because you could just chip all of them down. And what's your convert again? Purple to Doomskull. I wish that was aligned right now. Green to blue and purple to Doomskull. Both do nothing at the moment. I'm just gonna have to board clear and hope we get a better board. I keep forgetting his converts. Green to blue, purple to Doomskull. Also does nothing. Green to blue, purple to Doomskull. How many times do we have to shuffle the board until we get one that's usable? There we go, purple to Doomskull, go! And then we get a ton of damage in there. Get the mana cycled again. And we have Hunter's Mark to go with it as well. Just for that extra damage pressure. And I also have Curse in case we need it. So we can Curse stun the entire enemy team, which is nice. And that should be a match. And a store turn. Alright, let's go mess with a different team now. Let's see. Let's go over right. Actually, I need that for the event. What teams do I not need in all this mess? I guess technically Yellow Doom we don't need. We already have it set as our team. Alright, let's go get rid of this for the troop. I already forget his name. Let's go to Leonis Empire. See what we can build out of him. Alright, I kind of want to put him on another double converter. Like a double-double. What was the other Doomskull double converter? I know we have like one or two others. I already forget what they were because I barely ever used them. But I know there's more than one. He's not the only type of his kind. Let's see if I could find him in all this mess. Where is he? I know you're in here. There he is. Okay. Let's see. Let me double check. Doomskull. What's the best way to check it? Convert something to Doomskulls. Let's see. No, no, no. Are you one? No. I know Glaceon exists. That's not what I'm looking for. I could have sworn there was a double converter that had, Doomskull color. That wasn't him. Unless it's worded differently. But most of them are, convert something to something, and then convert something to Doomskulls. Interesting. Well, worst comes to worst, we can still do it with Glaceon and everything. But I could have sworn there was another one other than Glaceon. Am I going crazy? Are they the only two? I could have sworn there was another option other than Glaceon that has double convert to Doomskull. Not sure, we'll run Glaceon. I don't see why not. It creates blue too, which we kind of need for the other thing. Because they both have a blue convert. And if we really want to, we could run the old Glaceon Bloodhammer meta. That isn't meta anymore, but used to be pretty good, but actually works pretty well with this team. And then we just put Wand or something back there. Though I'd prefer to have a better mana accumulator. Though at this point, this team's almost pure brown, so I kind of almost want to build around a pure brown team. Yeah, we don't really need that. Yeah, honestly, we might as well. Let's just do wand. Put a wand, not that wand, the other wand. I'll put that back there. Don't think we need to change anything. We're utilizing it for its high score reduction. We're using the old Glaceon King Bloodhammer combo that was really popular when it first came out, mostly because Doomstorm was really broken and they nerfed it like 3 times because how broken it was. Brown. What secondary color might we want? Honestly, I almost want to feed directly into wand, like a double color into one brown or something. What color are we creating the most of? I guess technically blue, so let's go brown blue. Like a double brown, like a +2 blue, +1 brown. Or I might go the other way around. I don't want to minus yellow, though. Let's minus purple. So +2 brown, +1 blue, -1 purple, because we have denial of purple. Transform yellow to blue, transform green to blue, and create all blue into Doom Skull. Let's go try this old meta team. I don't want to do it to Core Zero, though. Let's do it with, like, honestly, I kind of just want to go Elementals or something. Play it really safe. A little bit weird running Elementals in last slot, though. I almost want to run it, like, right there. I think we're going to run it in that order. A bit of a weirder order, but we'll get a lot of mana accumulation out of it. Let's go see what it can do. We also have Curse Stun, and Freeze, and Burn, and everything in Entangle. We also get to double stun per extra turn, assuming they don't overwrite the same troop. And assuming they don't have immune like that Impervious right over there. So let's get our Glaceon. Your red to Doomskull. You know, we're just gonna go for it. We have some alignment there. Not enough, but good enough. Or not a lot, but good enough. Alright, we'll do that. We can now go for the curse so we can actually apply it to the other guy. Now after that, we can just cast whatever has alignment. Which assumably something has right now. There's no way none of you have alignment. There's no chance 0 of you have alignment right now. Though it's almost looking like that. Wait, what? Yellow to blue. Or yellow to blue, do that. Go. Purple to Doomskull. Do you have, what was your other color? Green to blue. Oh, one of these has to be aligned. Too many colors to keep track of. That's the only problem with double converters. My brain cannot function properly. It is too many things to keep track of. But honestly, this team has a lot of potential. It uses the old meta Glaceon Bloodhammer with a new addition and just using wand with it. So hello, Zoxy. Welcome. Hope all has been well. Let's see. What do we need here? Can I even get a Cascade over there? I don't think I can. I was going to feed blue directly to it. I got the extra blue for a reason. Might as well utilize it. Feels weird not having enchant. We were playing so many modes that had enchant earlier, and now we don't. Just feels weird not having it now. Alright, let's get our mana rolling. Oh no! Whoops! I didn't mean to spam click that, but sure. Luckily, it's better. Its first cast is the better cast, which is a great addition to that weapon. Because if we accidentally spam click it right there, it's not as bad. Alright, I'm gonna go for wand again. Because I need a better board, and we also need the mana anyways. Alright, one of you better have alignment. Green to blue, do that. And now red to Doomskull, do that. And now throw down a wand or something. And it just cycles our mana right back, and then we repeat the cycle until they all die. Let's see. Alignment. We don't have the blue on the other one. We don't have the green for that either. I don't have purple, but it's a lot of damage. I almost want to click it. We don't have the red one either, but we get cascaded. I'm going to go for this one. It's not an extra turn, but so much damage. Oh, yeah, I actually did extra turn after all that. And then we take the red one. And then we take the blue one. Oh, come on. I was hoping that would kill. Oh, well, it still does, but I was hoping that 1 HP was enough to actually go all the way to 0. Apparently not. Yeah, this team works. One funny thing about it, too, is it uses no mythic. Because wand, oddly enough, is actually considered a legendary weapon. So this whole team is actually just legendary skull spammers. It doesn't use a single mythic skull spammer. I didn't even think about that, but despite how this team looks, it is actually a 0 mythic team. It doesn't feel like a 0 mythic team, but it is indeed a 0 mythic team. Let's see, we'll go for that. I keep forgetting this thing's convert. I haven't used it in such a long time. Glaceon used to be so absurdly meta. It's still good. It's just not as good as it used to be. It's still really good. Alright, there we go. Now we should have everything ready to go. We'll take the purple convert. Get that for the Doom Skull. I almost keep forgetting. We have that little mini mana drain too from it, which is nice. I have alignment on him, but I don't have full mana on him, which kind of defeats the purpose of having alignment because we can't do anything with it. But let's go for that. And there we go. Yeah, gets the job done. Seems a little slow though. Like for how much damage output it has, it seems very slow. The main reason for that is our main mana accumulation is a non-half mana start wand, which is not ideal. We could always switch that out for a half mana start hero class, I guess. But then we don't have the benefit from Elementalist. Oh wait, oops, I thought that was extra turn, whoops. Should just wand it again. Alright, Glaceon, do you have alignment? Kind of. What's your other color again? Yellow to blue. It's not aligned how I would want it to be. I'm just gonna go for it again. Alright, now we should be able to do something somewheres. We could do the purple, so we go for that. We do that first. Do we have red? No. Do we still go for it? Yes. So we do that. We then go for you, assumably. No, we do not have alignment, so we'll go for wands. We'll get that rolling. We have full mana on everything. Gosh, my brain is like frying trying to figure out all these combinations of alignments. It's all over the place. No. What was the other one again? No. Oh, no, yes, Jesus. We'll take that one. And we should be good to go. We don't have it on the other purple. But honestly, so much damage, might as well click it. Then we go for the blue one. I just don't even need the blue one, I need the purple one. Oh, so you're not the purple one, though. You're the other one. And it has 2 HP here. I have a skull. There we go. I'll catch you later, Defiant. Thanks for stopping by. Or catch you later, Chad, I mean. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, we got the Venoxia. Oh, I can't wait till we get the Starry Pet Venoxia. Out of any of the Starry Pets, is probably one of my favorite looking ones. The Starry Venoxia. Oh, say hello, Gustavo. Welcome. Alright, let's see. We'll take that first. We do a wand immediately. And what can we do now? Alignment, yes or no? Yellow to blue, yes. Oh, that's a lot of alignment right there. So we'll take that. Get to use the Elemental Star alignment there. Somehow nothing got full mana from that, which is exceedingly surprising. Let's see. It's not aligned. Oddly enough, nor is the blue. But I kind of want to do it just to clear the board. I was hoping we'd have a follow-up there. We do, actually, the red one. Which would be you. So we'll do that. Then we have it on purple. And then we just clear the board, get mana again, and repeat the cycle. I need the other convert, but we'll go for that, I guess. And as match, and then we have enough alignment there. Boom, dead. There we go. And we didn't really get much. And a rainy upgrade, though, at least. Nice. Hey, tribute's ready. Wow, it's been that long? Wow, we've already been streaming for an hour. Wow. Let's go mess with one more team. Let's go replace our low rarity one with something. See what we could do here. Oh, what's his name again? I always keep forgetting this guy's name. The Garyon. Alright, Gary. Alright, let's go one more Gary team. How else do we want to use him? I don't know, is there a stun synergy build? I was kind of just using it with Wand and was getting enough synergy there. I guess we could try using it for its poison, but there's better poison options out there. We definitely want to be prioritizing using him for his convert. We could technically try building a mana drain team? Like one that has multi-small mana drains. But honestly, he's kind of good enough on his own to do it. And we don't really need a supporting thing. As long as we just keep giving him more mana like we were with like the Thoral team earlier. Because if he just keeps getting mana, it doesn't matter if you have a second option doing it on your team. And we could double up on him now. It's not really worth it. I don't think you would ever double up on him on a team. I was trying to think color synergy-wise, like what he'd feed really well into. I don't know. Is there a monster synergy team? Let's go check like what monsters have. If I'm not mistaken, monsters still don't have a 50% mana start, do they? It seems like a type that should have had it by now, but unless I'm forgetting of something, I don't believe they do. I always keep forgetting these days because there's just so many of them. But yeah, monsters don't have 50% mana start yet, right? I don't believe they do. We could try and make it a Megavore team. He feeds a lot of blue. So in theory, he could feed very well into Megavore. Get like a really early Megavore off of like mass mana accumulation. And there is a monster hero class. If we go to monster right here, we can see if we go all the way over. We have the Dervish class. Oh no! The guy got deleted. We do have the good old Dervish. Dervish doesn't have much going for it. Gives a little bit extra buff to monsters. Does have pretty high skull dodge. It has 20% plus 30%, making it the highest skull dodge of any hero class in the entire game, which is the main gimmick that it has. I don't know, I guess we can go down that route, but if we don't have like a proper mana start, it's not going to fully work. But we can still give it a try. Well, let's go Gary. Go that. Go the monster weapon. We're going to be going 4 times monsters at this point. Let's see. Explodey monster weapon? I guess so, because the other one full blocks Megavore. Ooh, green and brown though is kind of nice. You know what? I'm going to full block Megavore. As weird as that may seem. And then we just need one other monster that isn't useless. Base rarity, base rarity. Also, ideally one that covers, what colors are we missing at this point? We're missing purple and green. Is there any monster that is purple and green and not useless that isn't Arachnean Weaver? Though, you know what? It looks like we're gonna have to go Arachnean Weaver. Let's see. We basically have Arachnean Weaver, weaker Arachnean Weaver that wishes it's Arachnean Weaver, and Exorator, which is a skull option. And converts yellows to skulls and has a weird def mark mechanic thing. But we gotta go Weaver. And that covers everything off of those two. And then we change our banner to something not horrible. Which seems to be like double blue-brown probably in this situation. Let's do, actually, yeah, you know what? I will actually minus the yellow this time. Instead of the purple. Because I actually do want +2 blue this time around. I didn't do that for the other team, but we will for this one. Alright, so this is a 4 times monster team. Let's see how it does. Let's test it in PvP. Very bad idea. But, let's see what it does in PvP against, the most annoying metas to ever exist. He's running Throw, so you know we lose in like 2 turns. Do I not like Kraken? No, I love Kraken. I used to run double Kraken a lot back in the day. It's just not as good these days compared to how much power creep there's been since then. Speaking of which, yeah, there. Speaking of power creep, take extra turn, instantly kill thing. Megavore has 8% insta-kill. He actually came in really early when Mythics were first being added. Or when factions were first being added. And he was the meta for Underworld before Iron Gut existed. For a 3-month period, this was the most viable way to kill, was to have 2 of them on your team and just keep going for 8% insta-kills. Prior to Iron Gut existing. A couple months later. Alright, do we have alignment? No. How about now? No. How about now? In theory, I would hope so. No. Wait, yes. No. I'm thinking of the other converter. He's purple to Doomskull. How about now? Yes, finally. Okay, so we do that, get the little mini drain. Take another poke, get Weaver to do something. There we go. Look at that, 4 times monster team. It actually functions. Oh, I just realized I don't have Curse to deal with the Fennec. I don't have a single curse on my team. Which is not ideal. I'm so used to using wands that I just always assume we have an option to these days. But, yeah, we actually have no option whatsoever for that. It might not be an issue. It might get rolling so quick that... oh, you know what? We got it stunned! Oh, that's huge! We got it stunned off the legend. Off the new legend Gary guy. Oh, I just realized he has infinite loop, oh no. He's running infinite loop. I didn't even notice that initially. Infinite loop Todd. And they do it with that green javelin thing. Because you just keep getting mana over and over again. Yeah, we need to avoid every infinite loop Todd ever. Whenever we're doing any videos showing anything ever. Because the second it gets it up, you just auto lose. Unless you have like a billion freeze encounters to deal with it. You will just instantly lose the second they get infinite loop Todd. as well as similar ones like the Chalcedony one and stuff. The reason why that one's become so much more popular is there is a weapon that it directly goes into. That one green javelin, that Suncrest javelin thing or whatever it's called, which makes it decently popular because it has even more damage output. Alright, I'll take that immediately. Hopefully get all the mana we need. Unfortunately, we fed mana mostly into a troop we do not really need mana in. I'll take that over just to get a little bit better alignment. We get another insta-kill there. Alignment has not gotten much better, but you know, I'm still going to go for it. We'll get that down. We'll do a poke. I can't really do anything with Weaver in this situation. If we could somehow Weaver his first slot, it'd be useful. But we only can hit the back too. Also, we did opt to not have resummon. Actually, that's technically not true. Web Spinner is our resummon. I mean that as in our weapon could have also been resummoned. So what we're going to do here is just Megavore down you. That brings you into kill range. And of course, Weaver. That gives us, in theory, a Web Spinner. Didn't get it that time, though. Go, Web Spinner. There we go. And then we could triple damage all of them down as well. And that's not horrible. It's not particularly good. If nothing else, it makes monsters, I guess, slightly better. Because he definitely has great monster synergy. But we don't have 50% mana start to monster, so until we get that, that's going to be like the main thing to put this together. And oddly enough, I'd actually want to replace out Weaver. If there was anything to replace in this team, it's actually Weaver, not anything else. Because we need Hero to hold down the team. We would need this for his mana drain and his skull convert. We would need Megafor for the insta-kill and the elimination of all armor so we could skull a bit better. So the most replaceable thing, oddly enough, despite it being the strongest troop on this team, is Weaver. Which might seem counterproductive, but because of how the team is structured, Weaver, despite being the strongest thing on the team, is the most replaceable thing on the team. We don't have convert there, do we? I keep forgetting it's convert every 5 seconds. I'll take that one over. There we go. That's what we want to see. And combine that with the Hunter's Mark. Oh yeah, this class actually has Hunter's Mark. I didn't even think about that synergy. Nice. Oh, yeah, there's some extra synergy there. Very nice. Alright, we don't have alignment there. Do we? Oh, I don't even have his mana. Never mind. That might help a little bit. Just slightly. Just ever so slightly. Oh, why did I do it there? Should have done it in Weaver range so we could have gotten Weaver Explode. Not sure why I did it over there. Alright, do we have alignment? No. Is it still worth going for? No. Actually, yes it is. Oh, we got insta-kill. Nice. Didn't even need it. There we go. Yeah, it gets your job done. Not really one we'd use in the future. Hey, okay, we get to end it on an angel. Ooh. Oh, that's a hard choice. What do you guys think? Is it 2 Deeds of Nature or Anisha? Oh, that's a hard one. Because green I need for permanent magic. And Nisha I need for, well, you know, eventual upgrading of things that have magic. Like, the amount of Nishas we need to upgrade a Mythic is 27. Or, you know, for the final perk. Though I guess if you count both, it's, what? 27 plus 18 is, what's the math on that? 45? I would need 45 tokens of Nisha compared to how many deeds we would need for a magic stat. Though it would apply to everything, not just to one unit. Whereas the amount of deeds we would need for one magic stat is somewhere around, like, what? 26 times 50. Which is absurdly big number. It's like 1,500 something. Yeah, this one's a hard one. If we base it based on their gem value, Nisha is higher. 2 nature deeds in the current state of the game is worth 100 gems. 1 Nisha token in the current state of the game is worth 167 gems. So yeah, if we're basing it purely off of gem value, and not like need of resource value, 1 Nisha is like 67 gems more than a double deed, even for purple or green or any other useful color. So yeah, we'll take the Nisha. We get a little upgrade there. But anyways, guys, we'll end it there. Thank you so much for stopping by. We will be back tomorrow, and unfortunately, no 7.0 today, but it does mean 1 week from today, we will be getting it most likely, because they have to do the update sometime between now and 12 days, 5 hours, and 45 minutes from now, which likely means next week's Tuesday, because they generally do it on that day. So, yeah, it looks like next week's Tuesday, not this week's Tuesday. Because sometime between now and then, yeah, they have to do the patch, so should be very, very soon, but unfortunately, not today. Anyways, guys, we will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now. Tomorrow, we'll continue with Tower of Doom, mess with the pet event, and I might mess with the Legend, actually, a little bit more as well. I've been enjoying using it. I'm not sure if I would use it too much in the future, but it's a nice utility troop to definitely keep an eye on. As a small mini, mana drain has a lot of potential in the game, and they've been adding more and more of them recently over time, so even more of a reason to have 4 times Bless with Wand, as that will negate out the mana drain. And even more of a reason to have Wand on that team, because it needs Curse to get rid of that in the first place. It's kind of funny, because now that Wand exists, there's going to be like a whole Wand meta that will slowly start developing. Because you'll need Wand to counter Wand, because you need Curse to counter out the Bless from Wand. Because the more Wand that gets used, the more Curse you'll need to counter it, and the best Wand counter is Wand in a lot of situations. Unless you want to use a different Curse option, which there are a few, like the Carinders and stuff like that, but as well as Mirage Queen on Elemental teams and stuff like that. But we're going to start having Wand War soon, where like every other team that isn't like Infinite Loop might actually start becoming Wand. Or book counters, obviously, for Guild War. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.